Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neil, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
The cream of the crop!
Welcome to Bloodsport.
Hello and welcome to Triviality Bloodsport. This is episode 4. It's called Speed Kills today. Thank you for joining us here in the studio. As you can see, we have Ken, Jeff, and Matt in studio, and then also all of our wonderful contestants coming to us over Skype. Sort of led by Ryan Kloefkorn Meyers, the mastermind behind all the questions today. How are you, Ryan?
I'm doing remarkably well this morning. How are you?
Doing really well. We got a peek at some of the questions for today's episode. They're going to be awesome. But before we do that, we just wanted to talk to the remaining 5 contestants, see how they're doing, see how they're feeling, if they're losing some muscle mass or if they've broken any appendages, things like that. So it's a long Kumite. So let's start with Kate Hagerman, who's coming to us from Lansing, but she is from Bath, Michigan, technically. But how are you doing, Kate?
I'm good. I left a little bruised up last night, but I'm here to fight another day.
You had a great performance the last few episodes. How are you feeling going forward with the style of Ryan's questions?
I'm a little nervous. I mentioned on the intro that I coach Quiz Bowl, so I feel like the lightning round format is something I'm somewhat familiar with. I'm usually on the other end of it, but I think I'm ready. Good.
Well, we think you're going to do great. Let's go over to Gary Middleton. He's got a new jersey on today, coming to us from Gurnee, Illinois. And Gary, you said
it's not a Devil's jersey.
It's not a Devil's jersy. You're right. It looks like a Seahawks jersey, if that's correct.
Yeah, one of my favorite looking football jerseys, I guess. So I kind of like to get the ones that I like visually, not necessarily always teams I support.
He's also changed up the angle, and now we have a bunch of football helmets in the background instead of the hockey stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a new day. We've got to face different ways all the
Sunday.
time.
Get it's the fourth new day.
Right. Well, a note to all the other competitors: if there is a football question, just look at Gary's screen if you need some help there.
Oh, I'll be blocking. I'll be blocking the screen very quickly on those. Psyched and ready today. We went out and did a escape room last night and finished it off with 1 minute and 12 seconds to spare. So there you go.
So that's almost more satisfying than like having plenty of time.
Yeah. Just beating it in the nick of time.
Right, yeah.
And Gary, you have a new setup there with your Ethernet cable all the way into the router, so it's almost like you're juiced up today. So we'll see if that helps you out.
It will be very helpful in the speed round because I couldn't hear a darn thing before, so this should help.
Well, good. We're going to get to the other contestants as we move forward and see how their progression has been going. But before we get to today's game, just a reminder, on your screen right now, you're seeing our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. And there you can join all these wonderful folks, Austin, Amy, Gary, Aaron, Kate, and Ryan, as being supporters of the show. But I'm just going to throw it over to Jeff. Jeff, we do a lot of different perks as far as Patreon is concerned. We've been sending out a lot of packages. What are just some of the perks that you can get for joining Patreon?
Oh, thanks, Neil. You know I love it when you kick it over to me and I'm not prepared. But
that's why I did a very long sequitur so that we had time to prepare.
But in addition to bonus episodes, we mail out stickers to patrons. We've got posters that are signed by all 4 of us in a variety of different selections. We've got Choose Your Own Character boxes and our premier Triviality Loot Crate style box.
Nice. Yeah, so you've been spending a lot of time at the post office.
I have, and a lot of money.
Which is always fun.
But it's very rewarding. It's really enjoyable to watch people open them up, post it in the crop. We've been having a lot of fun with that. So
Good. And Ken told me that if Jeff can get a certain number of patrons, there will be a level where you wear a United States Postal Service outfit.
With no sleeves.
With no sleeves.
With me and Neil.
Yes.
I would do cut-off sleeves at a certain dollar amount.
Yes. All right. Well, as you can see, Ken and I are wearing tank tops today. We thought it was going to be tanks for days, but apparently Matt and Jeff didn't get the memo.
They said no tanks.
No tanks.
That's true.
So only 2 tanks today.
Yep.
But we'd like
to hide my upper arm tattoos.
Right. All those.
Let's not start this again.
Yes. But let's throw it over to Ryan. You okay there? Jeff got excited about the tank conversation.
Earthquakes made it to Chicago.
Let's throw it over to Ryan Kloefkorn Meyers. Today's episode is called Speed Kills. So, Ryan, can you please tell us what the contestants are in store for?
Yes, so after we did the first season of Bloodsport, we had a little survey, and we asked what some of your favorite things were, what some of your least favorite things were. And as far as round style, this one very narrowly beat out another for style enjoyed the most. So I figured we had to bring it back. And so last night, a week ago, rather, that we did this, I asked the remaining contestants to give me their favorite category of trivia. Austin chose history. Aaron chose science, Gary chose geography, Kate chose science, and Amy chose geography. You guys are a bunch of little academic nerds with your good school categories there, and I like that a lot. So, I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Neil is going to read you a series of 25 questions. He's going to read them as quickly and legibly out loud as he can. You're going to answer. We're not going to tell you correct or incorrect. We're just going to move on to save you that little precious time that might come in handy. After we're all done with the 1 minute, we will go back and recap, get all your points and everything, and be good to go before moving into round 2. So, just because I started writing Austin's history questions first, Austin's going to be first up, because he's at the top of the spreadsheet. So with Matt on the timer and Neil on the questions, I think we're good, correct?
Yeah. I think so. One thing to note for the listeners and also for the contestants, I'm just going to read the questions quickly and legibly. I'm not going to say if the answer is incorrect or correct. I'm just going to move on once an answer has been given to give maximum amount of time to the contestants. And if you do not know the answer or unsure, instead of taking that time to think, you can feel free to pass, and we'll move on to the next question. And if so, come back to it if we get that far. All right, Austin, are you ready to get into the speed kills? I'm going to call it the chamber because that sounds really cool.
The killing chamber? I don't think that sounds good at all.
All right, so you're ready, Austin?
Yep. Let's do it.
So the timer will start after I read the first question. What was James Madison's wife's name?
Dolly. I don't know.
Who ruled over Ethiopia from 1916 to 1974?
England.
From 1999 to 2007, what Republican was Speaker of the House?
Strom Thurmond. I don't know.
What was the name of the 1980s Soviet policy of transparency or openness?
Perestroika.
What city-state was located on an island in Lake Texcoco?
Tenochtitlan.
Spencer Perceval is the only British Prime Minister to have what sad distinction?
To be dismissed during wartime.
15 seconds.
The Contra and Iran-Contra affair refers to rebels in what country?
Nicaragua.
Which monarch signed the Magna Carta in 1215?
Not Samuel Beckett. Charles II, I think.
Time.
What was the first name of the... Okay. All right. So it looks like Austin got through 7 questions, and I'll throw it to Ryan.
All right, so question number 1. What was James Madison's wife's name? That was Dolly. Who ruled over Ethiopia from 1916 to 74? That would have been Emperor Haile Selassie. From 1999 to 2007, what Republican was Speaker of the House? That was Dennis Hastert. What was the name of the 1980s Soviet policy of transparency or openness? That is Glasnost. What city-state was located on an island in Lake Texcoco? That is Tenochtitlan, for your Aztecs. Spencer Perceval is the only British Prime Minister to have what sad distinction? Only one to be murdered or assassinated. The Contra in Iran-Contra affair refers to rebels in what country? That is Nicaragua. And in 1215, the Magna Carta was signed by King John. So, Austin, picking up 3 from Nicaragua, Tenochtitlan, and Dolly. We are going to go over to the next set, and this is going to be Amy for geography questions.
All right. Amy, you're going to be doing your geography set. Are you okay with all of the rules as far as passing and not getting a correct or incorrect?
I'm good with the rules.
All
Answer
righty.
quickly or pass. Got it.
Okay.
Very complicated, we know.
All right, so Matt will start the timer after the first question is read, and we're ready to do the geography category for Amy. Here we go. What is the better-known name of the Republic of China?
Taiwan.
50% of which mountain range is located in Romania?
The Alps.
What is the judicial capital of South Africa?
Pretoria.
The Willamette River is a major river located in what state?
Washington.
What plant appears at the top of the flag of Kansas?
Sunflower.
In which state would you find Mount Shasta?
Oregon.
On what peninsula would you find the Rub al Khali?
No clue. Pass.
Because of its shape, the coat hanger is a nickname for what city's harbor bridge?
Sydney.
By what name was the Burj Khalifa known before its inauguration?
The Burj Tower.
What is the most populous city in Vermont?
Burlington.
The U.S. is divided into states. What is Japan divided into?
Precincts.
Franz Liszt is the namesake of what city's international airport?
Vienna.
Monegasque is an adjective used to describe something or someone from where?
Monaco.
That's time.
And what English?
Time.
Okay. All right. So it looks like she got it to 14 questions.
Wow.
Great job. Ryan, let's get a recap.
All right. So what is the better-known name of the Republic of China? That is Taiwan. 50% of which mountain range is located in Romania? Those are the Carpathian Mountains.
Okay.
What is the judicial capital of South Africa? That is Bloemfontein. The Willamette River is a major river located in Oregon.
Ah.
What plant appears at the top of the flag of Kansas? That is the sunflower. In which state would you find Mount Shasta? That is in California. On which peninsula would you find the Rub al Khali? That is a big desert on the Arabian Peninsula. Because of its shape, the coat hanger is a nickname for what city's harbor bridge? There are several harbor bridges, but it is the Sydney Harbor Bridge. By what name was the Burj Khalifa known before its inauguration? That was the Burj Dubai. And what is the most populous city in Vermont? That is Burlington. The U.S. is divided into states. Japan is divided into prefectures.
I know it's pre-something.
Now, because Amy did win the previous episode, she does get a reward, and her reward is a candlelight dinner and date with Vin Diesel.
Oh.
Vin Diesel is going to remind you
I'm
that
Groot.
family is everything, and he's going to hit the nos, and he's going to give you a bonus point for this round.
All right.
So that puts Amy at 5.
How'd you come up with that one, Ryan? Honestly, that was a weird one. But I liked it.
You know what? I had no idea, because it's about speed, and that's it, honestly.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go. There you go.
Oh, it should have been Keanu Reeves.
Just furiously trying to come up with it.
And Ryan, just to clarify for the listeners, the Franz Liszt airport was in Budapest.
Yeah, I don't like to read things, obviously. Franz Liszt International Airport serves Budapest. He's a Hungarian composer.
And Monegasque is an adjective.
And Monegasque is an adjective used to describe someone or something from Monaco.
Wonderful.
Oh, I got that one right.
So yeah, that puts you up to 6. My apologies. Cool. My screen cut off right at the bottom because I'm dumb.
No, that's okay. And also for the listeners, the Willamette River is currently being bought out by Will.i.am, so it will be the Will.i.am River.
Yeah.
God.
Don't look that up. It's not true.
Boom, boom, pow.
All right. Well, great job, Amy. We're going to be moving on to Aaron, who's going to be tackling science, a category I wish to never see the rest of my life. So, but Aaron is here, and he's going to be able to do it. And
I may have to pause the timer as Neil fumbles through some of these pronunciations.
The last one I did not pre-read out of all of them for some reason was that second one, but I think I did okay.
Nailed it.
All right.
I think he can manage most of these.
I think so. This one word car is kind of hard, but I'll get it.
Well, you know what? I learned from the movies that if you believe in yourself, you can do anything.
That's true. Angels in the outfield. Aaron, are you ready for science?
You bet. Bring the pain.
All right, Aaron. So the timer will start after the first question, and here we go. What Russian created the periodic table?
Pass.
Which planet's axis is nearly sideways?
Uranus.
What infection is also known as German measles?
Mumps.
Which constellation contains the star Sirius?
Orion, the hunter.
In humans, what is the smaller of the two lower leg bones?
Fibula.
Antony van Leeuwenhoek is best known for his work with what instrument?
Pass.
What initialism is given to the diagnostic book published by the American Psychiatric Association?
Pass.
The Haber-Bosch process is mainly used to produce what?
Plastic.
That's time.
Okay, and that was time.
Oh man, if anyone wants to go back and rewatch Kate, like looking like she's going to die every time a chemistry question comes up, that was a great show.
I believe it's Haber.
Haber?
Just for...
How dare you, Neil?
Okay. Well,
just for sake of pronunciation.
Midwestern trash.
Yes, right. It wouldn't be an episode unless Jeff corrected me, so we're good luck from now on.
We're good for the day.
Ryan, what was a recap of that round for Aaron?
All right, so what Russian created the periodic table? That is Dmitry Mendeleev. What planet's axis is nearly sideways? That is Uranus. What infection is also known as German measles? That is rubella. What constellation contains the star Sirius? That is Canis Major. In humans, what is the smaller of the two lower leg bones? That is the fibula. Antony von Leeuwenhoek is best known for his work with what instrument? That is the microscope. What initialism is given to the diagnostic book published by the American Psychiatric Association? I think they're on the 5th or 6th version now. That is the DSM, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual. The Haber-Bosch process is mostly used to produce ammonia, and that's where we left off. So Aaron gets 2 points for that. First round. And we are moving on now to Kate, who's going to answer some more science.
All right, we're still in the science category, and Kate was looking excited before. Let's see how this goes. Are you ready, Kate?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. What group of pigments come from the Greek for black?
Pass.
What force sees a body drawn toward the center of a spinning axis?
Gravity.
What obsessive disorder sees a person think an aspect of their appearance is severely flawed?
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
In 1876, Thomas Edison set up his lab in what New Jersey town?
Menlo Park.
Rust is formed by a redox reaction when what two elements are in the presence of moisture?
Iron and oxygen.
Snails and slugs belong to what class of mollusks?
Gastropod.
In terms of time, what is the rate of change of an object with respect to its frame of reference?
Acceleration.
What term is given to the columns on the periodic table?
Families or groups.
Which planet did the Galileo spacecraft mainly observe?
Jupiter.
The volt is named after a scientist from what country?
Italy.
What nickname is often given to decompression sickness?
The bends.
Time. That's time.
Okay, and that's time. Let's see how she did.
Sounded healthy.
Pretty well,
Yeah.
I think.
All right. What group of pigments come from the Greek for black? That is melanin.
Oh, duh. Okay.
What force sees a body drawn toward the center of a spinning axis? That is centripetal force. What obsessive disorder sees a person think an aspect of their appearance is severely flawed? That is body dysmorphia. In 1876, Thomas Edison set up his lab in what New Jersey town? That is Menlo Park. Rust is formed by a redox reaction when what two elements are in the presence of moisture? That is iron and oxygen. Snails and slugs belong to what class of mollusks? Those are gastropods. In terms of time, what is the rate of change of an object with respect to its frame of reference? That is velocity. What term is given to the columns on the periodic table? I said groups, but also accept families. So good work.
I was stumped there for a second. That was embarrassing.
Which planet did the Galileo spacecraft mainly observe? That is Jupiter. And the volt is named after a scientist from what country? That is Alessandro Volta from Italy. And lastly, what nickname is often given to decompression sickness? I could have taken diver's disease, but the Benz is correct. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which puts you, Kate, in the lead.
You lead in
That
the
was
club.
a very healthy showing from Kate.
It is very healthy. If this was a race at the University of Oregon in the 70s, that would be a Prefontaine position there, right in the front.
Sure.
Right in the beginning. For all you running fans out there.
Very specific reference, but okay.
That's all I live in.
I'll never forget when Neil made me watch 2 Prefontaine movies in a row.
Yeah.
One with Jared Leto.
Dude Without Limits.
Yep, one with Jared Leto and one with...
Nobody.
Oh, wow.
But the one with Donald Sutherland's the best one.
Yes, that's correct.
She'd have been nominated for it.
So it looks like Gary Middleton is next, and Gary was lifting weights just a moment ago. If you were paying attention to the screen, just missed it. Looked like he had a 50-pounder there and just easily bringing it up.
Arm curls for days.
Gary, you've chosen geography, a category I know Jeff is very fond of, but I'm going to do my best.
I've liked all these categories.
You have.
Because they're all geography and science.
And history.
But Gary, are you okay to get started on your round here?
I certainly hope so, sure.
All right. So everyone's been doing a great job so far, so let's go to Gary's category. Timer starts after the first question. Here we go. What is the capital city of Somalia?
Mogadishu.
Shield, dome, and cinder cone are 3 types of what geographical feature?
Volcano.
Svalbard is an Arctic archipelago belonging to what country?
Norway.
What country is nestled between Ethiopia, Somalia, and Eritrea?
Djibouti.
What city was once known as Leningrad?
St. Petersburg.
What city does Will Rogers World Airport serve?
Los Angeles.
Petra is a historical city located in what modern country?
Jordan.
The U.S. has states. What does Switzerland have?
Cantons.
In what city would you find the CN Tower?
Toronto.
What major river runs through Rome?
The Po.
Which country borders Panama to the south?
Colombia.
That's time.
Okay. Great showing there from Gary.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So...
It's not the Po.
Your first, it's not the Po. That goes...
I wouldn't beat yourself up over one.
The capital city of Somalia is Mogadishu. Shield, dome, and cinder cone are 3 types of volcano. Svalbard is an Arctic archipelago belonging to Norway. What country is nestled between Ethiopia, Somalia, and Eritrea? That is Djibouti. What city was once known as Leningrad, also known as Petrograd? That was St. Petersburg. What city does Will Rogers World Airport serve? That is Oklahoma City. Petra is an historical city located in what modern country? That is Jordan. The United States has states. Switzerland has cantons. In what city would you find the CN Tower? That is Toronto. What major river runs through Rome? That is the Tiber, Tiber. And what country borders Panama to the south? That is Colombia. Gary picks up 9 in the first round.
Wow. So that extra weightlifting definitely helped there.
As long as they had maps on them, maybe. I don't know.
Well, just like all the action actors of yesteryear and current year, before a take, they just do a little lift, get that extra pump before they go on camera. So
Gotcha.
After round 1, Gary is in the lead with 9. Kate following up with 7. Amy has 6. Austin 3, and Aaron 2. Now, when I got all your preferred categories last night and started writing questions overnight, I was very disappointed to see that you guys were a bunch of nerds and chose history and science and geography, and you kind of turned me into a little popular kid bully. Round 2 is going to be all pop culture trivia. Movies, music, TV, sports, and like celebrity tabloid stuff. You're going to have 1 minute. There's 15 questions in this set, and you still get 1 point apiece.
Whoever scores lowest will go against me in all pop culture. No, that's not part of it. But Austin, it looks like you're going to be first. How are you feeling about pop culture?
We'll see.
The confidence speaks volumes. All right. Matt, do you have the timer ready?
No. Yes.
Okay.
Quick fix.
Matt had to do a different algorithm there.
No, I had to put away my Snapchat.
Sponsored by Snapchat today. All right, Matt. The timer will start after the first question, Austin. Here we go. Pop culture, round 2. Eddie Redmayne won an Oscar for playing what scientist?
Pass.
Natalie Maines is the outspoken lead singer of what group?
Pass.
In what sport does Simone Biles compete?
Gymnastics.
What is the nickname of Millie Bobby Brown's character on Stranger Things?
7.
Who has Stedman Graham been partners with since 1986?
Oprah Winfrey.
What actor played T'Challa in Black Panther?
Pass.
What 17-year-old had a hit song this year with Bad Guy?
Oh, Billie Eilish, or however
Who
you
is the
pronounce it.
father of Peyton and Eli Manning?
Pass.
What was the name of the couple that lived next door to Ricky and Lucy Ricardo on TV?
Pass.
What is the name of Gwyneth Paltrow's alternative lifestyle brand launched in 2008?
Goop.
What classic film takes place in Bedford Falls, New York?
Pass.
Angus Young is the guitarist for what classic rock band?
AC/DC.
Time.
Okay.
All right. So, Austin, you sounded like you knew the answer to number 1 a little too late. Who did you think it was?
It's Stephen Hawking.
It was Stephen Hawking for The Theory of Everything. He shouldn't have won. It was a trash performance.
Wow.
Number 2, Natalie Maines is the outspoken lead singer of what group? That is the Dixie Chicks. In what sport does Simone Biles compete? That is gymnastics. What is the nickname of Millie Bobby Brown's character on Stranger Things? I feel so bad for you here. That's 11.
Yeah, I knew it was a number.
Who has Stedman Graham been partners with since 1986? That is Oprah Winfrey. What actor played T'Challa in Black Panther? That was Chadwick Boseman. What 17-year-old had a hit song this year with Bad Guy? That is Billie Eilish.
I can't believe you knew this one, Austin.
Who is the father of Peyton and Eli Manning? That is Archie Manning. What was the name of the couple that lived next door to Ricky and Lucy Ricardo on TV? That was Fred and Ethel. Fred and Ethel Mertz. What's the name of Gwyneth Paltrow's alternative lifestyle brand launched in 2008? That is also trash. That is Goop. And what classic film takes place in Bedford Falls, New York? It's a Wonderful Life. And as you were quick to the draw on, Angus Young is the guitarist for AC/DC. Austin picks up 5 points that round. That puts him at a total of 8 over 2. And now, Amy, it is your turn to answer some pop culture trivia.
Great.
Feeling good about pop culture, Amy?
Generally, this is why I go with the team to trivia.
All right.
Someone else's category, not mine.
We've all got a Neil.
Yeah, that's true. One of us is wearing a TRL T-shirt at all times. So.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
All right.
Is that only on alternating weeks with your Road Rules T-shirt?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Amy. So we're going to do your pop culture round right here after the first question is read. And are you good to go, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Who earned an Oscar nod for playing John Forbes Nash?
Russell Crowe.
What artist died 2 days after the release of his 2016 album Black Star?
Billy Idol?
What sport does Alexander Ovechkin play?
Football.
What was Agent Mulder's first name on The X-Files?
Fox.
Who is the only person to have married Ben Affleck?
Jennifer Garner.
What is the name of Scarlett's plantation in Gone with the Wind?
Tara.
What singer's first #1 hit was the 1990 single If You Had My Love?
Pass.
What Indiana basketball coach is remembered for throwing a chair across the court?
Bobby Knight.
What blonde actress played Serena on Gossip Girl?
Lively.
Brooklyn, Romeo, Cruz, and Harper are the children of what celebrity couple?
The Beckhams.
The film Roma was produced and shot in what country?
Italy.
Oh, that's time.
That's time.
Did pretty
Miss
well.
Amy, I defer to my team on pop culture. Like, good lord, you
Should
did.
I get a good guess?
Calling a Blake,
You did.
Blake Lively.
Let me show you.
Wow.
Let me show you how you did. Who earned an Oscar nod for playing John Forbes Nash? That was Russell Crowe for A Beautiful Mind.
Oh, good.
What artist died 2 days after the release of his 2016 album Black Star? That is David Bowie.
I get that mixed up.
What sport did Alexander Ovechkin play? That is hockey, ice hockey specifically. What was Agent Mulder's first name on The X-Files? That was Fox. Who's the only person to have married Ben Affleck? That is Jennifer Garner. What is the name of Scarlett's plantation in Gone with the Wind? That is Tara. What singer's first number 1 hit was the 1999 single If You Had My Love? That's Jennifer Lopez. What Indiana basketball coach is remembered for throwing a chair across the court? That is Bobby Knight. What blonde actress played Serena on Gossip Girl? That was Blake Lively. Brooklyn, Romeo, Cruz, and Harper are the children of what celebrity couple? That is David and Victoria Beckham.
Wow.
And the film Roma was shot and produced in what country? That was Mexico. So you picked up 7 points in addition to your 6 from the first one. 7 and 6 put you at 13.
Wow.
So far, both of our contestants who've made it into round 2 have done better in their non-preferred round.
Right. True. Very true.
We'll see if we can get that going.
I'm not trying to make a point, but the point's being
Saying
made.
we don't know our good categories.
I'm just trying to tell you all that you are garbage at harder questions about things you're better at.
Probably true.
No, false.
Aaron, how you feeling about this round?
How am I feeling? Terrible. Scared. Very afraid.
We'll give it a go, though. I think you'll do okay. Matt, your timing...
That's that confidence. Yeah, we'll try. Who cares?
Ken always tells me that fear is good for me, and then bad things happen.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's get Aaron's category up here. Matt, are you ready with the timer?
I am ready.
All right. After the first question is read, here we go. Who won an Oscar for playing Harvey Milk?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High guy. Sean Penn.
What group topped the chart with Top of the World?
Imagine Dragons.
In what sport does Novak Djokovic compete?
Tennis.
What actress played Suki on True Blood?
Pass.
Who is the father of Scary Spice's second child?
David Beckham.
What is the subtitle of the newest Godzilla film?
Battle of the Monsters.
What rapper released The Chronic in 1992?
Dr. Dre.
For what college did Larry Bird play?
Indiana.
What was the name of the boat on Gilligan's Island?
SS Minnow.
Who was Tom Cruise's most recent spouse?
Katie Holmes.
What was Rosebud in Citizen Kane?
Sled.
Time.
Okay, and that's time.
Spoiler.
You wrote it.
I was going to say, Ryan, you had control over that.
Rosebud.
All right. So, who won an Oscar for playing Harvey Milk? The answer I have written down is Fast Times at Ridgemont High guy. Sean Penn is correct. What group topped the charts with Top of the World looking down on creation? That is the Carpenters. What sport does Novak Djokovic compete? That is tennis. What actress played Suki on True Blood? That is Anna Paquin. Who is the father of Scary Spice's second child? That is Eddie Murphy.
What was that? Where did that come from?
Really?
Yeah.
No joke. What is the subtitle of the newest Godzilla film? That is King of the Monsters.
Yeah, sure. Of course it is.
What rapper released The Chronic in 1992?
Yeah.
It's Dr. Dre.
You didn't forget about him. Good for you.
For what college did Larry Bird play? Indiana State. What was the name of the boat on Gilligan's Island? That is the SS Minnow. Who was Tom Cruise's most recent spouse? That is Katie Holmes. And what was Rosebud in Citizen Kane? That was Childhood Sled.
It was not Paul Masson Champagne? Just make it
was
sure.
Bobo the Teddy Bear, and that's for Matt.
Yes, thank you.
So Aaron picks up 6 in that. That puts him at 8.
Not bad.
Very respectable in pop culture. All right. Looks like we're moving on to Kate. Kate was just on the treadmill. So everyone's really using the physical fitness here before the round like Gary for some reason.
The amenities we've provided.
Yeah.
Right.
We shipped it all out.
We did. All thanks to our patrons. All right, Kate. Looks like we're ready to go with your pop culture round. And
Okay.
Timer starts after the first question. Who won an Oscar for playing Winston Churchill?
John Lithgow.
What band released the 1977 album Rumors?
Fleetwood Mac.
In what sport did Tim Duncan compete?
Basketball.
Who played Suki on Gilmore Girls?
Anna Paquin.
Who married country singer Lyle Lovett in 1993?
Julia Roberts.
Who played Ilsa in Casablanca?
Ingrid Bergman.
What name is shared by a Christina Aguilera song and a Shania Twain album?
Lady Marmalade.
Gary Bettman is the current commissioner of what league?
Boo.
NFL.
What show sees Bill Hader play a titular hitman?
Barry.
In what city was Tupac shot and killed?
L.A.
What does Harry's car resemble in Dumb and Dumber?
A big furry dog.
Which Beatles' first name is James?
John Lennon.
Who are the reigning World Series champions?
Oh, gosh. Boston Red Sox.
Time.
Okay, that's time.
The Boston Red Sox.
That's how they say it in Boston. The Red Sox.
I have no idea how I did.
They're pretty good, I think.
I think so. Everyone's doing really well, as Ryan said, on the second round.
Who won an Oscar for playing Winston Churchill? John Lithgow won an Emmy. The correct answer is Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. What band released the 1977 album Rumors? One of the 10 best-selling ever. That is Fleetwood Mac. In what sport did Tim Duncan compete? He played like 20-some years with the San Antonio Spurs in basketball. Who played Suki on Gilmore Girls? That is Melissa McCarthy. Who married country singer Lyle Lovett in 1993? It's Julia Roberts. Who played Ilsa in Casablanca? It's Ingrid Bergman. What name is shared by a Christina Aguilera song and a Shania Twain album? That is Come On Over. Gary Bettman is the current commissioner of what league? That is the NHL.
Did you stutter there?
Oh, yeah, that was so weird. The connection is...
Boo.
What show sees Bill Hader play a titular hitman? That is Barry. In what city was Tupac shot and killed? That was 96 in Las Vegas. What does Harry's car or van resemble in Dumb and Dumber? That's a dog. Which Beatles' first name is James? That's Paul McCartney. And who are the reigning World Series champions? Those are the Boston Red Sox. Kate is so far the only person to do as well as they did in the first round, but that's because she got 7 both times, which puts her at 14.
All right.
Well done.
Nice.
Thank you.
And looks like Gary,
we're going
right?
to Gary?
Yeah. Gary is the last one here for the second round. Once again, lifting weights, but with the other arm this time. Let's see how it does. Are you ready, Gary?
Yeah, with much fear, but yes.
All right, Matt, here we go. This is Gary, pop culture. Question 1. Who won an Oscar for playing Margaret Thatcher?
Glenn Close.
Barry, Robin, and Maurice Gibb made up what band?
The Bee Gees.
In what sport does Aaron Rodgers compete?
Football.
What cop drama starred Dennis Franz as Andy Sipowicz?
Hill Street Blues.
Who did Melanie Griffith marry in 1996?
I can't remember. Pass.
What actor played the mummy Akhman Ra in Night at the Museum?
Oh, Stiller.
Who released a single called Me earlier this year?
Pass.
Who is the all-time leader in points for the Indiana Pacers?
Larry Bird. That's
Leslie
not right.
Stahl and Scott Pelley are current hosts of what program?
Parks and Rec.
Patty Boyd has been married to George Harrison in what other rocker?
Pass.
In 1962, who played the titular Lawrence of Arabia?
Valentino.
Miles Davis is best reminded. Okay,
yeah,
it's time.
Yeah, that was rough.
All right, Ryan. How did he do?
So, who won an Oscar for playing Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady? That was Meryl Streep.
Yep.
Barry, Robin, and Maurice Gibb make up the Bee Gees. Aaron Rodgers competes in football. What cop drama saw Dennis Franz play Andy Sipowicz? That is NYPD Blue. Who did Melanie Griffith marry in 1996? That was Antonio Banderas. What actor played the mummy of Akhman Ra in Night at the Museum? That was a young role for Rami Malek. Yeah. Who released a single called Me earlier this year, and it sucks, and that's Taylor Swift.
Love the editorial.
Who is the all-time leader in points for the Indiana Pacers? That's Reggie Miller.
Yep.
Leslie Stahl and Scott Pelley are current hosts on 60 Minutes. Patty Boyd has been married to George Harrison and then 2 years later got married to Eric Clapton. And Lawrence of Arabia was played by Peter O'Toole.
Yep.
So Gary only picks up 2, but because he had 9 in the first round, that puts him at 11. So currently in the lead with 14 is Kate. With 13 is Amy. With 11 is Gary. And Austin and Aaron are neck and neck with 8. We are now to the third round, the third and final round of today's Speed Kills episode. I have 5 different lists here. None of them are about any categories you've been quizzed over so far. No geography, no history, no science, no pop culture. Because Austin and Aaron are in the bottom, they will get first pick, then Gary, then Amy, and Kate, you're stuck with what's left over. Your categories for these lists are going to be art, food and drink, literature, theater, and business. These lists have 12 items on them. You have 30 seconds to get through them. There's no penalty if you don't get through them, but it'll be a 30-second time limit. If it was, state nicknames, if I said the Sunflower State, Kansas, the Centennial State, Colorado, etc., they're all going to be like 2 to 4 or 5 words. They're going to be really short and simple. And again, you'll have 30 seconds to get through 12 of them. Let's see. Between Aaron and Austin. Austin has been in the bottom 2 before. Aaron has not. So Austin, I'm going to give you first pick. Which of those categories would you like? Would you like art, food and drink, literature, theater, or business?
Business.
All right. So Matt, if we could get 30 seconds on the timer. And Neil, give him the premise, and then we will start.
All right. I'll have Matt pull up 30 seconds.
Yep.
All right. So this one, it's going to be short. It's just going to be 2 words to start, Matt, and we'll start the timer right after I say it. So I'm going to name a person, Austin, and you tell me what company they've most famously led. Make sense?
Okay.
So if I said Bill Gates, you'd say Microsoft.
Right.
Okay. Are you ready, Austin?
Ugh. Yeah, it's going to be rough. Okay.
All right, here we go. Steve Jobs.
Apple.
Richard Branson.
Virgin.
Sundar Pichai.
Google.
Jack Dorsey.
Oh. Pass.
Kenneth Lay.
Pass.
Mary Barra.
Is that FedEx?
Ray Kroc.
Ray Kroc. Oh, I know this, but I'm Kraft.
Time.
Okay, it's time.
All right. So number 1, Steve Jobs for Apple. Richard Branson, Virgin. Sundar Pichai, Google. Jack Dorsey is Twitter. Ken Lay was the guy behind Enron.
Smartest guy in the room.
Mary Barra is high-ranking female CEO currently at General Motors. And Ray Kroc is McDonald's.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So with Steve and Richie and Sundar, you've picked up 3 points. So your score right now going into the final is going to be at 11. Business is off the table. And Aaron, you get to pick between theater, literature, food and drink, and art.
Food and drink, please.
All right, food and drink. So I'm going to name a dish or a drink. You name the modern-day country from which it comes. Make sense?
Sure.
All right, and apologies to people of these countries if I mispronounce these. I'm going to do my best.
I think you've heard of most of them. You should be good.
I'm not very cultured. We'll see what happens. Matt, do you have the timer ready?
I do.
Okay.
Neil says nachos. Nachos, I think it is.
Yeah, right.
All right, here we go. Aaron, timer after the first clue. Paella.
Spain.
Poutine.
Canada.
Polenta.
Italy.
Borscht.
Russia.
Fondue.
U.S.
Souvlaki.
Greece.
Port wine.
Portugal.
Soju.
Japan.
Mojito.
Colombia.
Time.
All right.
All right. So, paella is Spain. Poutine is Canada. Polenta is a cornmeal mash from Italy. Borscht comes from the Ukraine. Fondue is a Swiss invention, Switzerland. Souvlaki is Greek. Port wine is from Portugal. Soju is an alcohol made in South Korea. And mojitos come from Cuba.
Yeah.
So with that, you have picked up 5 points. That sits you at 13.
Not bad. That was a good round for him.
That was.
Gary, you are next up. You're between literature, theater, and art. We only have hoity-toity categories left.
Oh, this is wonderful. Literature, theater, and art. Boy, let's try literature.
All right. Literature it is. I'm going to name a literary character, and Gary, you're going to name the author that created them. Okay, Matt, let me know when you're ready.
30 seconds are on the clock.
All right. Okay, here we go. After the first question. Holden Caulfield.
Salinger.
Daisy Head Maisie.
Don't know.
Nicholas Nickleby.
Chaucer.
Draco Malfoy.
Rowling.
Jack Ryan.
Smith.
The March Hare.
Oh, blanking on it. Pass.
Holly Golightly.
Don't know.
Time.
Okay. That was time.
Rough.
All right. Holden Caulfield is the worst literary character of all time, and he is from The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Daisy Head Maisie was a posthumously released book by Dr. Seuss.
Oh.
Nicholas Nickleby is a Dickensian creation, Charles Dickens.
That's who I was thinking of, yep.
Draco Malfoy is made by J.K. Rowling. Jack Ryan, the hero of 4 Tom Clancy books. The March Hare, attending the tea party in Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. And Holly Golightly from Breakfast at Tiffany's by Truman Capote. Gary, you picked up 2, but that puts you at 13. Amy, you are getting either art or theater.
I'm going to try theater.
The theater.
My favorite category.
That's how I pronounce it at every single one of my trivia shows. I can't not do it. Everyone screams science every time it's like it'll be like science, geography, and theater every time. I don't know why.
Okay.
Well, see, you are cultured, Ryan, so that's why.
That's how cultured people laugh.
All right. So, Amy...
Quite.
Indubitably.
The description here is I'm going to name a song, and you're going to name the musical that I started in high school. So, no, it's just the musical the song is from, Amy. That's all you need to know. So I'm going to give you the song title. You give me the musical. All right, Matt, are you ready?
30 seconds is on the clock.
Thank you. Amy, are you good to go?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Food, Glorious Food.
Oliver.
My Shot.
Hamilton.
Worst Pies in London.
Pass.
Summer Nights.
Grease.
I Feel Pretty.
My Fair Lady.
Circle of Life.
The Lion King.
Edelweiss.
Sound of Music.
The Ladies Who Lunch.
Pass.
You Will Be Found.
Dear Evan Hansen.
The Rain. That's time.
Sorry. Love Dear Evan Hansen. Okay.
The emotion with which you responded to both Hamilton and Dear Evan Hansen lets me know that Broadway for the last few years has been really good to you.
I have gotten to see Ben Platt in Dear Evan Hansen and Lin-Manuel Miranda in Hamilton, and those are like the best 2 things after getting married and having kids.
Oh.
All right, so theatrical stuff. Food, Glorious Food from a musical I hate. That is Oliver. My Shot is from Hamilton. Worst Pies in London are Sweeney Todd. Summer Nights is from Grease. I Feel Pretty is West Side Story. Coming to theaters next year by Steven Spielberg.
It's true.
Neil, shout out. Circle of Life is from The Lion King. Edelweiss is from The Sound of Music. The Ladies Who Lunch is from Stephen Sondheim's Company. And You Will Be Found, Dear Evan Hansen. Amy, you picked up 6 points there, and that is going to put you at 19. So, Kate, I really hope that you love art, because I work at an art museum, and if you don't get any of these right, I'm going to have to be mean to you, and I really don't want to.
Do my best.
One pattern I've noticed here on all these questions is the first clue Ryan gives, he inevitably hates it when he goes to the recap. So whatever's first is surely something he hates.
Steve Jobs, he's all right. I love paella.
Okay,
so I'll take that back. And as for art, I'm mixed on it. So.
All right. So Kate, are you ready for your art category?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm going to name a painting, and you just have to name the artist who painted it.
30 seconds is on the clock.
Thank you, Matt. And here we go. American Gothic.
Pass.
Guernica.
Picasso.
The Night Watch.
Rembrandt.
Bedroom in Arliss.
Van Gogh.
The School of Athens.
That is Raphael.
Wham.
Liechtenstein.
The Scream.
Munch.
Nighthawks.
Hopper.
That's time.
That's time.
30 seconds is rough.
Respectable, though.
I can't believe I missed that first one. My students are going to kill me.
Well, Kate, you, for being stuck with the category that you were forced into because of the format, you did exceedingly well. The only one you missed was the first one, which was American Gothic. He's on the back of the Iowa State Quarter. That's Grant Wood.
Yeah, I've seen it in Chicago a bunch of times. Oh, wow.
Guernica is... Oh, yeah. Sorry. Guernica is by Pablo Picasso. The Night Watch is by Rembrandt van Rijn. Bedroom in Arles by Vincent van Gogh. The School of Athens by Raphael. I am so happy that you got Wham by Roy Lichtenstein. The Scream by Edvard Munch. Nighthawks by Edward Hopper. That is a healthy 7 points. That puts you at 21. That means you win today's challenge.
Yay.
Excellent work, Kate.
Clap, clap, clap.
And, however, Aaron and... So Austin has 11, so he's going to the showdown. But...
Oh, no.
Aaron and Gary both have 13, so we have to do a quick tie break. We do that by going over old questions. I think that's what we did last time. So I'm going to just keep asking you questions until only one of you gets one of them right. This is Gary and Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're just going to do... we're going to keep going down the art list because it's what's in front of me. Please name the artist who painted The Persistence of Memory.
Locked in.
I guess I can just say.
Yes.
I have no idea. Picasso.
And Gary?
Dali.
That is your melting clock painting. Dali is correct. Gary, you have avoided the showdown, and that means that Austin and Aaron are going to be going to the showdown. Showdown music.
Prepare the platform for the final match.
Your showdown, gentlemen, is this one right here. Question number 1. What work was Mozart composing when he died, allegedly with quill in hand?
Is it first to go, or?
You say you're locked in, and then...
I got something locked in.
All right, that is time. Austin, do you have a guess?
I just know it was the Unfinished Symphony, but I'm going to guess the 23rd Symphony.
And other guess?
The 6th Symphony.
The correct answer, that was his Requiem Mass. Question 2. Released in 1992, what famous fictional character was featured in a point-and-click adventure game called The Character's Name and the Fate of Atlantis? Again, released in 1992, what famous fictional character was featured in a point-and-click adventure game called The Character's Name and the Fate of Atlantis?
Matt likes it.
Yeah. I was a big point and click guy.
Were you?
This was inspired because I finished playing a recent one called Thimbleweed Park that just was so good.
Mm.
All right, that is time. Aaron, do you have a guess?
Earthquake Jim.
And Austin?
It's Earthworm Jim.
Sorry,
you said the right character.
Just going after the mania that was going on during that time, I'm going to say Bart Simpson.
The correct answer is Indiana Jones. Oh, barf, I can't believe I wrote this question. Number 3, what is the name of the controversial owner of the Dallas Cowboys?
What's so controversial about him?
Let's not get into this.
Okay.
Please, Matt.
All right. I just think it's funny that,
There's a couple more controversial ones I can think of.
No, Donald Sterling doesn't have a team anymore. So
Thank God. Yeah. He didn't deserve these Clippers anyways. All right, that is time. Austin, do you have a guess?
Like Robert Kraft or something like that.
And Aaron?
Jim Jones.
Oh, God, the correct answer is Jerry Jones.
Yeah. It's great.
Robert Kraft also controversial
Yes.
for different reasons.
Yeah, so was Jim
because
Jones.
he's trash.
Is Jim Jones okay? He's a good guy.
Jim Jones's football team isn't alive anymore. All right, question number 4. Question number 4. The 1971 film Sweetback's Badass with 5 S's song, starring Melvin Van Peebles, is generally credited as the film that kickstarted what brief genre?
What?
Again, the 1971 film Sweetback's Badass song, starring Melvin Van Peebles, is generally credited as the film that kickstarted what brief genre?
Okay. Locked in.
Locked in.
All right, Aaron, what'd you say?
Blaxploitation.
And Austin?
Blaxploitation.
Correct answer is blaxploitation.
All right. Good poll, guys.
You got 1.
Question number 5. Lasting from 1890 to 1910, what art movement centered itself on natural figures, focusing on curves and lines and asymmetry? Again, lasting from 1890 to 1910, what art movement centered itself on natural figures, focusing on curves, lines, and asymmetry?
Locked in.
All right, that is time. Austin, do you have a guess?
Impressionism. I don't know.
And Aaron?
Minimalism.
The correct answer is Art Nouveau.
Oh.
Don't forget your challenges as well, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sure
if I
you
knew it,
get
it
it
was
right,
that
though.
challenge.
All right, question 7. Ruling from 1644 to 1912, what was the last imperial dynasty of China? Again, ruling from 1644 to 1912, what was the final imperial dynasty of China?
Locked in.
Okay.
All right, that is time. Austin, do you have a guess?
Shang.
And Aaron?
Han.
The correct answer is the Qing dynasty with a Q. Question number 8. Heaven is a Place on Earth singer Belinda Carlisle first gained fame as the lead singer of what band? Again, Heaven is a Place on Earth singer Belinda Carlisle first gained fame as the lead singer for what band?
I can challenge this.
All right, Aaron has challenged and is locked in.
Hello?
Very pivotal moment here.
Hello?
Yep.
We can hear you, sorry.
I'm sorry. The Bangles?
The Bangles and Aaron.
The Go-Go's.
The correct answer are the Go-Go's.
Oh, big
So
swing.
Aaron has picked up 2 points.
Ryan, just
and that's
one.
the first successful challenge of the season. Say what?
One note.
between those two.
You skipped over
no doubt.
number 6, just so you know.
Oh, hey, you know what? That makes sense. I did. So we're going back to number 6. Linnethia, Linnethia. Linnethia is the real first name of what outlandish and stylish cast member of The Real Housewives of Atlanta? Again, Linnethia is the real first name of what outlandish and stylish cast member of The Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Pass.
Yeah, no doubt. My best guess is it somebody like Nisi or something like that?
Nisi and pass. You're on the right track. The correct answer is Nene Leakes.
Yeah, she's on the Mount Rushmore of Real Housewives, if there is one.
Please no. Don't do this to me.
Vanderpump. All right, question number 9. With the chemical formula C7H6O3, what acid is best known as a key ingredient in products and medication used to treat acne? Again, with the chemical formula C7H6O3, what acid is best known as a key ingredient in products and medication used to treat acne? It comprised like 20% of my body when I was in high school, I swear.
Luck.
All right. Austin, do you have a guess?
I think you said
hydrogen peroxide.
Hydrogen peroxide, and Aaron?
I said hydrochloric.
Oh, that's your stomach acid. The correct answer is salicylic acid.
Oh.
And question number 10. What L and B, as in little and big words, what L and B words, both nowadays used to refer to giant, terrifying creatures, are both used in the biblical book of Job to refer to specific monsters?
Lock.
Again, what L and B words, both nowadays used to refer to giant, terrifying creatures, are both used in the biblical book of Job to refer to specific monsters?
I'm locked in.
Yes, you are. Gotcha. That is time. Aaron, do you have a guess?
No, locusts and beetles.
And Austin?
Is it Leviathan and Behemoth?
It is Leviathan and Behemoth. Nice. That is correct. And with that, that was question number 10. And due to a successful challenge by Aaron, Aaron wins the shootout 3 points to 2.
Ooh. Good job, guys, though. Very tight round there.
That was very close.
What are the 2 I got? Did I get the China one?
Austin, you got Leviathan and Behemoth, and you got Blaxploitation.
Didn't I get Chang?
No, it's Qing, Qing. Shang, Shang, is a different dynasty.
All
right. Oh, did you say that?
No.
No.
You're correct. Well, thank you for joining us, Austin. It's sad to see you go.
Literally going in your car right now.
Yeah.
How did Chong Li sadly tear Austin away from us?
Sadly, he opened up a copy of Catcher in the Rye and slowly read it to Austin until he himself.
That got dark.
Yeah.
That's the true martial arts.
That's exactly
right. Well, Austin, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your support, and we will see you later on another episode, hopefully.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, of course.
Thank
and
you.
Of course, we need to honor your demise by the 1, 2, 3 Kumite. So 1, 2, 3 Kumite.
Kumite.
Goodbye, Austin.
Good job, Austin.
Hey.
Well, congratulations to Aaron for surviving that showdown. Ryan, who was the winner of this round, this episode today?
That would have been Kate with a big fat 21 points, 7 in each round.
So we're getting down to 4 contestants. Hope that bonus will help in the next round for Kate.
Yeah, we'll find out what Kate's bonus is.
She does get a bonus.
So we got Gary, Aaron, Kate, and Amy left over. A very final four, very
Trademark.
Formidable final four. Make sure, I'm sure everyone's brackets have been busted open. All the bets you placed in Vegas could be going well or not. We're really excited to see what happens in the next episode. But let's end this one for today with a little plug for inkedonscreen.com, where our merchandise is. You can go to our website, trivialitypodcast.com, and check out our merchandise page, where we have the exclusive Dutch Boy t-shirt. Limited edition.
Yes.
Promo code is on the screen right now. Check it out. I don't know where my finger's pointing. It's somewhere around there.
Buy our junk.
Yes, exactly. Check that out. And we look forward to seeing you next week on our next episode of Bloodsport. For Ken, Matt, Jeff, Ryan, Amy, Kate, Gary, and Aaron, my name is Neil, and that was Triviality.